Hello and welcome to Awful Commentary. Today we are rampaging straight into the danger zone! Taking a look at the world's greatest secret agent, Sterling Archer.
Go away.
So there are several ways that you could go for the special stats with Archer, and if Archer was creating himself, he would probably put all the stats at 10, but unfortunately we can't do that. So we're going to focus on luck and charisma in this build. So we're going to have a charisma of 7, so that we can have Party Boy right from the start of the game, which allows you to not get addicted to alcohol, and then eventually at the highest rank gain 3 extra luck when you are under the influence of alcohol. And we're going for 5 luck, so we have access to Idiot Savant right from the beginning as well. This is going to be crucial for gaining our extra experience, because as you may have noticed, we are going with intelligence of 1. This may not be perfectly accurate for Archer because he isn't stupid, however he does make a lot of rash and illogical decisions that no sane person would ever make in their right mind, and he does only seem to survive these situations by the skin of his teeth and perhaps some sort of divine intervention. So, Idiot Savant seems like the perfect perk for Archer. His strength sits at 3 because whilst Archer is a great secret agent, he's no superhuman and he's no cyborg like Barry. So we think a strength of 3 represents his kind of normal person-ish strength. So that leaves us with perception, endurance and agility, and this is where we feel that we have the most room to play around and could make some changes. But for our build, we've put them all at 4. I wanted to put endurance at 4 specifically because
I've been shot, holy shit, 26 times? Can't be good for me.
And stabbed and just thrown himself off of cliffs, and quite frankly it's amazing that he's still alive. So I think he needs at least 4 endurance to represent all the different crazy things that he's been through. And he is also mentioned in the show.
I happen to have perfect situational awareness, Lana,
Archer.
which cannot be taught, by the way,
Archer.
like a poet.
So he needs a good amount of perception to represent this, which is why we've gone with 4, and we're also going to take the awareness perk to further this as well. So basically that just leaves agility left, and we've basically just put all the perks that we had remaining into this special, which also just happened to be 4. This may be a little bit low, and agility is definitely something we're going to look at upgrading as we progress throughout the game. Archer's 5 main perks are Idiot Savant, Party Boy, Lady Killer, Sneak, and Gunslinger. So we touched on why we went for Idiot Savant earlier. It just seems like the perfect perk for Archer's character, and it works nicely with our 1 intelligence, as we said before. And Party Boy, we touched on this earlier as well. Archer is pretty much always drunk and doesn't seem to suffer any side effects.
I'm scared if I stop all at once, the cumulative hangover will literally kill me.
So to represent that in the game, we're using the first level of Party Boy, and then once you get to rank 3, as we said, it's going to boost your luck as well, which is going to be incredibly useful for our Archer playthrough. We've gone with Lady Killer because, I mean, let's be honest, nobody is a ladies' man like Sterling Archer is a ladies' man.
But you have a certain thickness about you that I find very appealing.
Well, I find your drunkenness very unappealing.
I am drunk, or I wouldn't be talking to you.
So I think it would be criminal if he didn't have the Lady Killer perk. We're going with Sneak because, first and foremost, he is a secret agent, he is a spy, the world's greatest. So it would just seem wrong not to include Sneak on this list. And then we always like to include an offensive perk type in all of our builds. So for this one we're going for Gunslinger. Sticking with that classic spy look with the single pistol, a lot like James Bond. So that's why we're going with Gunslinger. Now, despite using Gunslinger, we're not limiting this playthrough to only using pistols. Archer has used many different weapons in the past and kind of anything that he could get his hands on. So we would suggest that you do the same thing. Like if there's a shotgun, just go and grab it and pick it up. If there's a baseball bat or something, or a bottle or any different kind of weapon, just pick it up and start bashing away. But because of his low strength, if you do find something around you that is a pistol, pick it up, use it, kill whatever enemies you need to, and then just drop it again and keep moving forward with just your pistol. So you can see our roadmap on screen, laying out all the different perks you should take at the different levels, focusing on our 5 main perks, but also filled in with some additional ones along the way, such as Awareness and Locksmith. And you can see as we start getting towards level 20, we're looking to increase our agility and our luck. We want to work towards the higher level luck perks such as 4-Leaf Clover and Grim Reaper's Spirit, and we also want to work towards the high level agility perks such as Quick Hands and Gun Fu. To go along with this, to complement using additional weapon types that we mentioned earlier on, taking perks such as Heavy Gun or Commando is definitely something that we would recommend as you progress further into the game to help flesh out his character and help you out in those special situations where you need to grab an automatic weapon. For clothing, we're pretty much copying the show, as Archer usually has 2 different styles of clothing, the suit and then his tactile neck that he uses when he goes out on missions. So here on screen you can see a tuxedo that we're wearing, and you can get this from either killing the character Skinny Malone, or you can pick one up at the General Atomics Galleria. And this tuxedo also has the benefit of giving +1 to perception and +1 to charisma, which work pretty well with our character. And it's making our Sterling Archer look pretty dapper, as you can see here.
I mean, I didn't invent the turtleneck, Lana, but I was the first to recognize its potential as a tactical garment. The tactical turtleneck, Lana.
Archer.
The tactile neck.
And then for our tactile neck combat situations, we're actually using the Brotherhood fatigues, which I think give a really nice look for the character. And you can find these on any downed Brotherhood soldiers, or if you're doing the fire support mission, you should be able to pick one up there outside the Cambridge police station. If you don't have access to the tuxedo, you can always go with any of the other suits that are available within the game, and all of the suits actually give +2 charisma, so you could make a choice whether you want to go out and search for the tuxedo and have that extra perception, or if you want to use one of the standard suits within the game and get that even greater charisma boost. For faction choice, we think Archer would go with the Railroad. I think it's pretty self-explanatory to any fan as to why he wouldn't be siding with the Institute.
Machines are gonna fail, then the system's gonna fail, and then it's who has the ability to survive. And that's the game, Lana. Survival.
And he's not exactly a man of the people going around rebuilding people's lives with the Minutemen, so this only really leaves the Brotherhood and the Railroad. And the Brotherhood's main base is on something that looks quite a lot like...
Hello? Airplanes? Yeah, it's blimps. You win. Bye. Oh, God. I hope you didn't invest in this.
And he also doesn't really do well with taking orders from anybody who isn't his mother, so I'm not sure how well he would do taking orders from the Elder Maxim and going through the regime at the Brotherhood. So because of this, we think the more freedom of the Railroad kind of suits his character a little bit better, even if he might have a little bit of a problem with some of the synths. Perhaps we'll leave this decision up to you guys. So finally, whilst technically not a mod, we went on the Nexus and downloaded a save file to give us the perfect face for Sterling Archer, and that mod was called The Real Sterling Archer by grizzlybearface. And if you just download that save file, put it in your saves folder on your computer, then once you boot up Fallout, click load, you may have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of your saves list to be able to find it, but it will load you up in the house right at the beginning of the game before any of the bombs go off. Now, I think the mod author has actually left some of his pre-existing mods turned on, so when you load the save, you may be prompted that some of the mods in this save are not available, which is fine. Just click OK and keep going through. It's not going to make any difference to you whatsoever. So there we go, that's everything from Awful Commentary on how to create the perfect Sterling Archer in Fallout 4. Do we think we set up his specials correctly? Did we pick the right perks? Does he look like Sterling Archer? Let us know all of your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. And thank you very much for watching, we've been Awful Commentary.
Danger Zone!